Hi there, welcome to the weather forecast discussion for Longmont, Colorado, the week beginning Thursday, April 30th. We're heading into May, everybody. I'm Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth for Longmont Public Media. Monday, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. I've got to do that. We have a moon between first quarter and full, so quite well illuminated. Coming up at 6:16 p.m., so it'll be up before sunset. Let's take a look at the water vapor image. Again, if you are just new to these briefings, we have reds and oranges as dry sinking air, and the grays, whites as being moist and often rising air. The purples are high clouds or very cold temperatures aloft. Here's a big thunderstorm complex that formed in the Texas-Oklahoma area last night and has been drifting to the east-southeast as part of this trough down here. The red line is a trough, a dip in the atmosphere, a lowering of the heights of the atmosphere, and the big blue lines are ridges, areas of higher pressure. You can see that the airflow here is up and over the ridge, down into the trough, up again over this ridge, and down. So the ridge trough pattern in the upper atmosphere really gives us an idea of the weather that we're going to have. We're going to have storminess in and to the right of troughs usually. So let's take a look a little bit forward in time to Thursday morning, about when this goes up. The ridge has drifted to the east. There's a trough coming on the west coast that wasn't visible in the satellite image. Then we have our trough that had the thunderstorm complex off of Houston, now down to the deep south, heading for Florida with a pretty strong cutoff low south of the Great Lakes, and we have a ridge off the east coast. This big ridge here is going to give us all the heat for Thursday. Record high for that day, I believe, in Denver was over 90. So last week and into the early part of this week, it looked like that might be able to be matched or broken. I don't think so now. I think it will stay in the mid to upper 80s. It's strong, but maybe not that strong to produce record heat. For Thursday night, we have this warm front to our east. We're in the what's called the warm sector of this system here, with a little front coming down. Got storminess in the northern Intermountain West, and that is going to be coming down to affect us later in the week here. For Friday, as that front comes closer, we'll see a chance of convection, so you might get some thunder in with the rain showers that will be moving in. Nothing is severe in this map. There's no severe weather expected, and I think that that's a very good forecast. I'm not concerned about any large hail or tornadoes, especially around here. Not yet. Just wait till next month and beyond. So Friday night, what we have is a low, not a very strong low, but a low kind of organizing in the Texas-Oklahoma Panhandle area. We have that front drifting in and down to here. And we'll have east-southeast flow into the state, bringing moisture from the Great Plains, from the Gulf of Mexico, up into northern Colorado. A little bit of upslope, a little bit of cold air aloft, little ripples in the atmosphere passing will all give us a chance of some rain showers and just that little bit of thunderstorm action as well. None of this is really strong. With that thunderstorm complex heading off, with the front that was associated with that, a lot of the Great Plains moisture has been pushed out into the Gulf for now. Saturday, a little bit more moisture will return to the plains. The low does strengthen a little bit more, giving us a little more upslope. We'll have probably a chance of thunder again with the rain showers largely in the afternoon and evening when daytime heating makes the lower atmosphere more unstable. So it's kind of a hybrid early spring, late spring feel here right after a taste of summer temperatures on Thursday. The amount of precipitation we can look to see is in the quarter-inch to half-inch area around Longmont, maybe around Boulder a little bit more up west of Fort Collins, The Palmer Divide might get closer to 3/4 of an inch or ½ inch. So nice little water shot to the Front Range. Take a look at the next 10 days. We have temperatures here in this bumpy up and down line. This is early morning at the low temperatures, mid-afternoon for the highest temperatures. I've drawn in the normal lows and normal high temperatures for this time of year. We are definitely above normal Thursday and even Friday. And we go back to very normal temperature regime beyond that. Freezing is down below the blue line, and so we are, and maybe next Friday we have a chance of some of the colder air, but not too excited about that. This is the ensemble runs for precipitation down at the bottom. They run the GFS model a number of different times, different parameters, and see how consistent it is. And for the Friday night and Saturday night storms, there's a lot of agreement. For Friday night, it's not a lot of precipitation, a little more substantial Friday night, Saturday night, and a little bit later Saturday. So there's a chance of thunderstorms and some water. Beyond that, it becomes very kind of scattered until later in the week, where maybe somewhat better storm signals starting to show up. Let's put this all into motion, taking a look at the 500 millibar map. Again, let me explain the colors and the lines first, and as it comes back around, we'll talk about the weather. So the red colors here are above normal heights. The blue colors are below normal heights. The height of the 500 millibar level gives you an idea of where these storms and high pressure ridges are. It's how high you have to go up into the atmosphere above sea level to find half pressure. Sea level is about 1,000, a little bit more than 1,000 millibars. So coming around, we're up to May 10th, so here we go. The winds are usually blowing at this level right along these lines. So Thursday, the beginning of the cycle here, we've got that big ridge giving us near record temperatures. That kind of depresses Friday into Saturday as a shortwave trough pushes in and a larger trough is approaching from the west. By the end of the weekend, there's still some ridginess over us and to our east until Monday, Tuesday, when a trough passes through the northern Rockies. The ridge kind of reestablishes itself on the west coast, getting pretty strong out there. They're going to have some good heat in California and Pacific Northwest by the end of next week. We have northwest flow at the end of next week, bringing cold air down and giving us that chance of storminess. As we said last week, northwest flow, you can get any little ripple can kick stuff off. So looking out for the next 7 days, a little more detail. Thursday through Friday, pretty warm, 80s. Chance of showers coming in the afternoon and evening, overnight. Friday, Saturday, a repeat, but a little cooler and a little moister with the evening showers. A little rumble of thunder or two possible. Sunday, we dry out, bounce back briefly to the low 80s, and then another front comes in, cooling us down to the upper 60s Tuesday, low 70s Wednesday, but dry. Let's check in on moisture in the soil for the state. The northern mountains and much of northern Colorado is in pretty good shape. Eastern plains are just starting to see a little bit of drought show up. The southern counties are a more severe drought, so things are down there could benefit from some rain, and that isn't coming over the next 7 days or so. The southwestern part of the state's also looking pretty dry, so I'll dance for some rain. The May outlook from NOAA, the Climate Prediction Center, is not available yet, but I do have the April through June outlook. April was below normal temperatures right until the end here, and we were above normal in precipitation. So that's kind of, I guess, in there if the forecast was right. But for this April through June period, basically spring, we have above normal temperatures expected and very near normal precipitation. Next week, I'll have the May forecast to put out there. I'll try to scare up the April summary so we can compare the last April with this April. For more local news and updates, take a look at longmontobserver.org. I also post more frequent weather updates and even sometimes hourly things as storms progress. So check out longmontobserver.org for that. This has been your weather forecast for the week beginning Thursday, April 30th. I'm Chief Meteorologist John Ensworth for Longmont Public Media. Keep looking up.